And if you like Money in Crypto, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, PSA today, drugs are bad. I do want to say that on 420. Drugs are bad. Okay. I tried to find a shirt that looked like it had little weeds on it for support of the potheads. This is palm trees. This is as close as I get. So we will be, speaking of palm trees, and guys, look, if you're a pothead today, we love you. We love you just the same. We don't do it on this channel. But we know a lot of people are excited about 420. A lot of people are excited about Bitcoin hitting $69,420 today. And just like a lot of potheads, that was a disappointment. Sorry, that was really cheap shot, guys. I'm sorry. Guys, today we got a very good show for you today. We're starting to develop some new narratives around what is happening. And I got some really interesting data to show you today that TJ doesn't even know about. TJ doesn't even know about this data that I'm going to show him. There is some very interesting stuff to suggest that in reality, there is very bullish action going on right now. And I can't wait to tell you guys about it. So we're going to be discussing that. TJ, he's on pins and needles at this point.
I can't wait.
So we're going to talk about all that today. Very excited. We're going to show you something that's trending on Twitter that's pretty interesting that we actually talked about yesterday. A lot of fun stuff going on today. It's one of these days feels like a little calm before a storm. I mean, right? We're kind of in the middle of, Bitcoin hitting a decision point here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and jump in, guys, to today's video. First and foremost, as always, guys, we hit 830,000 subscribers. 830,000 BitSquad members. Maybe let's refresh it. Make sure we got the latest number there. Because we should be close to 830. Oh, there it is. 831,000 subscribers, which means guys, watch this math. 169,000 subscribers to go to give away a full Bitcoin. So really excited about that. Guys, and make sure you're following me on Twitter. We're at 271.7 thousand followers. We need to add a new tweet for the contest soon, by the way. I don't know what we want to do for that, but something fun. People can go and retweet. We want to keep these numbers moving. We got people we're trying to catch. Because I want to show you guys this on Twitter that was pretty interesting. And it is not on here right now. How about that? It literally was on here like 1 minute ago. Trending on Twitter, here it is right here from Reuters. This story that we covered up yesterday on the live stream, probably, maybe that's why it's trending. Why crypto-rich investors are snapping up virtual real estate and snacking, maybe snacking today. But guys, the story about Sandbox and things like that. We got a lot of good NFT stuff. By the way, guys, tonight we have a special live stream for you coming at 7 o'clock. Is it 6 or 7? 7 or 6?
It's
6 o'clock.
It's up to us.
It is 6.
Yeah.
Because my kid's got a game at 7:45. So 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time, we will be back this evening doing a special live stream. We're going to be opening up packs, I believe, right? Did they send us some packs to open?
Yes.
For Topps. So we're a big fan of Topps. We're going to be talking about NFTs, baseball cards. We're going to cover that at the end. We're going to set that up, but we do want to let you guys know ahead of time. And then today at 3, we got Chris from Crypto on to give you guys some bullish Bitcoin targets. As always, guys, if you want to sign up for, Bybit, you guys can do that by going to bitboycrypto.com/deals. Click here, then you can sign up for the rewards hub. A lot of people are trading right now. A lot of people are looking for good low points. We got some evidence today that it could be a good time. Also, guys, Market Cypher got 10% off. Guys, right now we've got 7,978 viewers. We only have 1,000 likes. I know we can get this to 4,200 likes in the short order. 4,200 likes. And also, guys, if you're a fan of VeChain, which you guys know, we expanded our VeChain holdings drastically. Recently, that's paid off dividends. If you're a VeChain holder, make sure to smash that like button for us. Somebody said, "What's up, BitBoy? Is it safe to moon with SafeMoon?" Well, yesterday we talked a lot about meme coins, and I gave you guys my opinion on a lot of that stuff. But people are making money. What was it that one of our people here in the office bought SafeMoon? I think he bought it. I'm not sure when he bought it. Do you remember, TJ?
When? I'm not sure when, but I think you're talking about the $150.
Yeah, he put $150 in. It's worth $4,000 right now.
Yeah.
I think he said 2,300% gains. So, guys, I'll say the same thing I said before. Like, we like to talk about use case. We like projects that actually do things. But there are definitely opportunities out there with meme coins. The thing is with meme coins more than anything, you got to make sure you get out at the right time because there's no. Think about this. There's literally zero long-term use case of a meme coin outside of pumping it. You know, like if you look at Dogecoin, once again, whole reason it's pumped is because Elon Musk. We all know that, right? Dogecoin actually does have a small use case outside of just being a meme coin. And so this is something that people, don't really understand. We've talked about it a lot on this channel, though, if you've watched my Dogecoin videos, which is the fact that because the price of Dogecoin is so small, like if you look here and you look at the price of Doge at 35 cents here, compared to all of the other top projects, you got to go down to VeChain at number 13 to find another one that is below $1. Because the price is so low, it means trades are more liquid. You can get a lot more liquidity with Dogecoin than other coins if you're trying to move back and forth between Bitcoin. And so a lot of times we'll see Dogecoin pump right before Bitcoin pumps. So I don't know, maybe that was what we just saw was a precursor. But now the use cases seem to really, kind of change thanks to Elon Musk. So somebody said Benchmark Protocol. We're a big fan of Benchmark Protocol. We are a partner with them, so we do like them. Okay, so looking at the markets here, market still holding over $2 trillion. We got the volume at 234 billion, which is actually up from yesterday. I think yesterday was 220 billion. Bitcoin dominance holding at 51.5%. This is, beginning to be a support level. Ethereum dominance going up 12.6%. And we know that. I mean, you guys look at Bitcoin versus Ethereum and you'll see, over the last 7 days, Ethereum has crushed Bitcoin, basically at dead even despite the dump. Meanwhile, Bitcoin down 10.64%.
Do you mind clearing that image thing at the bottom?
Oh, you hate that. This is one of TJ's pet peeves.
It drives me nuts.
His pet peeves. Where is the pet today, by the way?
She's right next to me.
Oh, she is right next to you.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
Yeah, some people said she was squeaking yesterday. Yeah, actually, it was a squeaky toy, I think.
Yeah, well, she was whining back there about halfway through.
I couldn't hear it. I never heard her one time whining. All I heard was the whatever. But look, guys, if you love Doges, then this is a channel for you because we love Doges. So
that's right.
Okay, so let's look at the top pumpers of the day. Let's see. Somebody said the altcoins are the reason Bitcoin's price isn't $100,000. It's all about market cap versus supply. Yeah, but I mean, to a certain extent, that's right, Matt. I mean, obviously, if there was only one cryptocurrency and the market cap was $2 trillion, the value, which look at that market cap, it just dumped. It looks like it just dumped like $40 billion here in the last, since we popped this up on the screen here. But the fact is if there were only one cryptocurrency, the market cap would probably not be that high because a lot of people would already feel like they missed it. And so I think they're really the altcoins and Bitcoin, they work together to create excitement. So, but just a quick look at the biggest pumpers of the day, and then we'll move on. You go ahead and move to Bitcoin chart. But Cello, Monero, Horizon, Bitcoin Gold, not a lot of big pumpers today, but a lot of big losers today. So if you look at like Terra, OMG, these are down for the week and down for the day. Tezos, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Kusama, SushiSwap, these are all potential targets for buys. I did create a top 5 undervalued coins video for you guys. We don't know exactly when we're going to post that. We are in Miami this week. So if you're down in the Miami area, you want to go to the Miami Crypto Experience, we would love to see you down there. Hopefully at the conference. I'll be speaking on Thursday about decentralized finance. And, what I'm going to be talking about is how much I hate banks. So if you want to come listen to me talk for 45 minutes about how much I hate banks and how much they suck, then you're going to want to come to the conference. We might actually talk about use case of DeFi too. Final Stand says, hi, Ben, would love to come on the show. I have the top Dogecoin channel. Oh, okay, top Dogecoin. We'll have to see if Dogecoin stays hot. You might just win a ticket to the BitBoy experience here. Guys, so looking at the Bitcoin chart here, we're on the daily chart. Actually, let me move to the 4-hour chart. It looks like, we did get a green dot yesterday. But, a lot of times what we see with the green dots on Market Cypher is we will see a double bottom a lot of times. And while this is not necessarily a double bottom, we have came down. A lot of people are saying this is a W pattern. Chris talks about it today on the channel. This W pattern right here would indicate that the price could be zooming back up. And we're going to talk about why here in just 1 second. Well, not 1 second. I know for some of y'all, time slowed down a little bit today, but I love making the 420 weed jokes. And they're the best ones. Okay, so here we go. What I want to show you guys is this. Today, Chris was showing this on the channel. And you guys will see that at 3 o'clock Eastern. But basically the point is we have been on this trend line, for a long time, and we have now gone down below it. We did have another point where we went below it, okay? But the fact is, right now, we are in some kind of interesting territory for Bitcoin. Why this is like a decision point, okay? This is a decision point because if Bitcoin goes below where we're at right now, if it goes below $53,000, then we will be looking at, a lower low here from this point, and we could be looking at the rejection of the bull trend. We could be looking at a bear market. Now, I don't believe that's going to happen at all. So I tend to believe that it's going to go up, but it's at a decision point because if the price goes lower from here, like significantly lower, like a few percent lower from where it is now, then we are now plunging into bear territory. However, if it goes up above $57,000, we will be looking at the continuation of a bull pattern. It's just got to get back above this line here, and it's just a rough line. I didn't draw it exact here. But let's see. Somebody says BCH, can it beat its all-time high? I have been on record as saying I believe Bitcoin Cash is the one major coin that will not cross its all-time high this year. Reason being, the launch of Bitcoin Cash was so insane that it will just never top it. It was $5,000, I think. I think it went to $8,000 on some. So Keith O'Sullivan says, thank you for a super chat, by the way, guys. Are we in a bubble? Crypto is a giant bubble. Like, crypto is a giant cyclical bubble, okay? You got to get out at the right time, which will be later this year. We're not there yet. So the word bubble has a negative connotation. With cryptocurrency, we know there's a cycle, and it happens pretty much exactly the same every 4 years. So now let's look at this, okay? This is our report from Exablock. Now, if you want to sign up for our report with Exablock, you go to bitboycrypto.com, sign up here. You get this daily to your mailbox. This is the bullish thing that I wanted to talk about, which is the calls and puts. So we know that we have the futures contracts that expire later this month. You see the giant April 30th day. You see the April 23rd day, which also has a significant amount of value. Keep in mind the end of March was $6 billion. Right now, the end of April is looking like $4 billion. However, if all these contracts roll into it, we could be looking at $6 billion. The question is, where are people putting these calls and puts? Okay, so the call is basically a long. The puts is kind of a short for futures contracts. Well, the interesting thing is, when you look at the numbers, and I've spoken with Exablock themselves, and they gave me this information, that in reality, most of the money right now is betting on $80,000. And you can look and see here at the calls versus the puts. We actually have a higher percentage of future longs as opposed to future shorts. The shorts are split between, and I know they're not technically shorts, but this crypto audience, you guys understand better what I mean when I say that, okay? The puts are ranging between $40,000 and $50,000. The vast majority of the calls or the longs are at $80K. While everything seems to be very bearish right now, and we've told you we're looking for the narrative. Where's the bullish narrative, right? We talked about it yesterday. Most of the money is betting on $80,000. And the futures contracts people know usually better than the rest of us because they really know how to balance between, reality and speculation. And a lot of people would say they kind of control that based on, manipulation and things, which is probably accurate to some extent. But the fact that $80,000 is the number one price point right now, because even go back to March. In March, we saw the Coinbase IPO coming up in April. We had a lot of excitement. In March, it was definitely the other way. It was more people betting on it going down. So what do these people know that we don't know? That's the interesting thing here. And so that's why when you look at this chart, when you look at where we're at, I fully expect the price to bounce off this and head back up. So definitely a pretty dramatic drop we had over the weekend. It feels very manipulation, but I am still bullish on this market for right now. Okay, So what did you think about that, TJ?
I think that's great information. Yeah, I thought that was a good. That's what we need that report for. That's my favorite thing to look at with those reports too. Is where are people placing their bets more or less? Are they betting on it going up or are they betting on it going down? So 80,000, that's a pretty strong bet. So it'll be
especially right now.
Yeah,
like right now for them to feel like by the end of the month, $80,000.
Now, like you said, they could still roll those over into June, but still, they're still shooting at
or
that.
May and then June.
Yeah, end of May, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can roll them into the end of May and then to the end of June, or the end of the June. Okay, that's weird. All right, so let's check out the Ethereum chart here. Ethereum has been holding pretty strong compared to Bitcoin, as we saw. Ethereum, even for the week, Bitcoin down 10%. So let's check out what Market Cypher is saying right now about Ethereum. I know this. I know some big traders, and right now they are trading Ethereum. They're not trading Bitcoin. So I don't know. That may be a strategy we want to try. I got wrecked yesterday. I told you guys that. I got absolutely wrecked. I still don't want to talk about it. We did not get liquidated 100%, but we are not doing good. So we definitely had a bad run. And the thing is I was talking to CryptoFace yesterday morning for our video, and he was like, things are looking kind of bearish. And it's still, like, I'm literally talking to him, and I'm looking at the chart, and I'm like, yeah, but I kind of see this one glimmer of hope. And so I'm like, I don't want to get this trade. I'm already down. And then, I got, wicked out. It was not good. So, anyways, it happens. I lose just like everybody else does sometimes. You can't win them all. I was doing very good over the weekend, but I don't know. Getting an Ethereum trade is something I'm thinking about right now for the moment. If we look at the hourly chart for Ethereum, you'll see that yesterday, we had this blood diamond on the hourly chart. That would have been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. I guess so that was yesterday afternoon. And then the price dropped from 2,200 down to 2050. I mean, that's not really that bad for a drop for Ethereum for the hourly chart with a blood diamond. But now we have this here, which is a trend reversal. So are we going to see things heading back upwards? In the last hour, of course, we do have a red dot on the momentum wave, meaning that it could drop down. Final stand. Oh, he's in Kennesaw. Well,
that was the Doge guy.
The Dogecoin guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, he stands beside us. Very close. We're very close to there. But anyway, so looking at Ethereum right now, I am basically looking for a good entry point if I do Ethereum trading. We've actually had more on Bybit. Of course, we see our referral numbers. We see how much you guys are trading. We don't see your account or who you are, but we know the overall volume of people that trade on our Bybit. And there's actually more Ethereum volume right now for us than Bitcoin. So more people are interested in Ethereum than Bitcoin. And so for that reason, it makes me think, number one, I want you to think about this. Number one, how bullish that is for Ethereum. That right now, people are more interested in Ethereum than Bitcoin. If you look back at all the big runs Ethereum has been on, I would say that's a common characteristic. When you look in January, in the beginning of January, when it was actually blowing up, Ethereum videos were number one. Everybody was loving the Ethereum videos. Bitcoin interest was dying down a little bit, and then we saw the Bitcoin price drop, but we saw Ethereum just moon. Right now, we're starting to see that same thing. So, that's a tricky little indicator that I've got to know how bullish people are on Ethereum, and right now is one of those times. So because of that, I don't know, maybe I switch over to trading some ETH. I got to get some gains back from my $50,000 loss yesterday. So, okay. All right. So, and then, of course, look at the new pool. We looked at the new pool yesterday. We looked at the stock to flow deflection. Neither one of these are looking bad. So, they're all good. So, let's move on. Let's talk about Bitcoin top. On-chain analysis. This is not what the Bitcoin top looks like. And I'll be honest with you, I personally, I do not believe this is the top at all. I've got absolutely, cat lovers. We don't do cat lovers in here. Okay. But I have been very unequivocal about the fact I do not believe we're at the top of the market. I don't think we're close to the top of the market. So I'm not in the business of really looking for things that would indicate we're at a top or not at a top, because I just don't think we're close to it. But in my interview with Chris today, Crypto, you guys will see it at 3 p.m., he gives something that kind of lines up with what we're seeing right here on this article. Guys, and it hit me for the first time. I had not actually thought about this. This is not what the Bitcoin top looks like, right? If we go and we look at the chart, if we go and let's pull up the weekly chart for Bitcoin because it's always the easiest to see. Well, we need to get the Bitstamp one up here. Let's see. So we have no drawing. So we go back here. You look at the weekly. Okay. I want you guys to look at this. Okay. This is the weekly. What happens at the top of a market? Well, when you look here in 2017, wow, you see this run up.
Did you see that? That news?
Wait, what?
I didn't see that news. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Wall Street Journal.
Brian Brooks is now the CEO of Binance?
Yep. Binance US.
Binance. Wait, where's Catherine?
Not the CEO.
Oh, gosh.
Thanks, Brandon G. That's a good super chat. So,
yeah,
super chat said Brian Brooks, bank regulator to Coinbase legal team, and now Binance CEO. WTH, make the rules, play the game. So I just looked up Brian Brooks Binance, and it came right up with the Wall Street Journal.
He will replace Catherine Coley. I was going to send Catherine an email today. You guys don't know Catherine is the reason I don't wear hats.
Yeah, she told
you. She went to lunch with me. She said, everybody thinks you're bald. You shouldn't wear a hat. I said, damn, my hair is beautiful, Catherine. So I pulled it out. Pulled out the hair, and it was very, very, very beautiful, and we've gone with it ever since. But, yeah, I'm very...
That's huge news.
It says it is not clear whether Coley. Yeah, this is big news. Wow. Whether you can move to the next. We should have been on the next one for a while now already.
Yep.
Binance US is currently headed by Catherine Coley. It's not clear whether Coley will stay with the exchange in a different role or leave altogether. And she's also, who is she related to? She's related to somebody, I think, too. Let's see. I think she has somebody else who. Let's see. Maybe not. Or maybe it was what she did before. Anyways, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. But the point is, we're not sure if Catherine's going to stay or not, which could be very sad news. I love Catherine. But Brian Brooks, who was the former Coinbase executive, but he's basically an attorney at Coinbase is what he was. He went on to be the comptroller of the currency under the Trump administration, of course. Trump administration, not in anymore. So he's leaving there, or he already left there at the OCC, and now, guys, I'm just reading this. I'm trying to understand it just like you guys are. So this is very interesting news here. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big move.
That's big. I would like to get him on. Let's see if we can get him on the show.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, very interesting stuff here, guys. That's breaking news. Breaking news. This just happened this morning, and I'm just seeing this. I didn't see this news today. Wow. Oh, and it's our favorite author here on the Block Crypto, Yogita Khatri. Okay, so back to this, though, guys. We're going to come back to this. Very interesting news. Wow.
We'll talk about that more, I'm sure, in the future.
Yeah, that's big news. Huge. Because Binance US, number 2 exchange in the United States, behind Coinbase. So, but look, guys, this is what I want to show you guys. This is what the top of a market looks like, okay? We call this the old blow-off top. Yeah. Because if you look at the gains previous to that, like, you're still looking at massive gains. Like, you're looking at from there to there, 619% gains.
Jeez.
Okay? And then from there to there, you're looking at another 300%. But the numbers get so big that the candles get ridiculous, right? So when you come over here and you look at what we're going through right now, you really understand that you could have possibly made the argument, okay? You could have made the argument that here was a blow-off top. You could have made if you didn't understand the Bitcoin cycles, you could have made that argument, okay? You could have made the argument that right there was a blow-off top, right? You can make that argument. This here, well, let me remove this so I can get exact here, okay? This right here, that is not a blow-off top, okay? That's also not a drop. That is what we call consolidation or accumulation. So it says, any update on Cartesi? I will have an update on Cartesi for you guys fairly soon, this week sometime. So if you guys put 2 and 2 together from something I said earlier, you might be able to figure out what I'm talking about. That's just a little hint for you super sleuths out there. But the fact is, this is not what it looks like. So this article is pretty much just backing that up. It says, futures contracts recently recorded an all-time high, but their relation to the spot positions point to a healthy reset, same thing we talked about earlier. I don't know anything about BPro. I see you seeing, I see that super chat there, Brett. Stefan, are you in the Stefam? Okay. Is B Pro any good? I do not know anything about B Pro. So it's one I've been meaning to put on my list. I just haven't got to. Buffo on the beat says, it's big news, or like, is everybody just really high and they think it's big? That's pretty funny.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. Okay, so it says, by contrast, the long-term HODL waves and dormancy flow indicators, which have historically provided accurate peak signals, indicate that there is still plenty of room for Bitcoin growth. Bitcoin hit a new all-time high of almost $65,000 on April 14th. Currently, it's experiencing a correction while attempting to validate the previous breakout area as support. HODLers no longer selling. First indicator of on-chain analysis is that HODLers aren't selling. We've talked about that a lot. In the last week, this indicator started generating green bars again, meaning that most long-term investments are no longer selling. Why is this? Well, that's because people have gotten to the point where they've sold enough, or they feel like it's time for things to go back up. If you look at this chart here, this is actually the first time since October and November where the long-term holders have exhausted their selling, and they are now ready to, continue hodling. Confirmation of this trend can be found in another Bitcoin indicator, which is the liquidity and illiquidity supply chain. This is the amount of institutions and individuals hodling Bitcoin. So there's a lot of stuff on chain that's good. That final stand is really.
I sent him a message on Twitter.
Yeah. What is it? Let's look at his channel real quick. It's fine. I'll show his channel. It's fine. I usually don't do this if people are being persistent in the super chat, but I'm just so curious. I have to look here. 131,000. Oh yeah. I just want to tell you, you're not the fastest growing channel in 2021. That's us. But great job on 131,000. That's a lot of subscribers.
That is
definitely your videos are doing great. So yeah, heck, hey, we'll have him on the channel. I don't have a problem with that. We'll get this guy on the channel.
I asked him to send me a message.
Yeah, send him a message. We'll get you on. I did just want to point out, guys. I mean, we gained 131,000 subscribers this month. So I do love you. You're great. We love Dogecoin, okay? But just remember who the number one channel in all the interwebs is, okay, guys? That's why we say it every day. But anyways, guys, back to and of course that's thanks to the community. Nothing to do with me. I mean, my wife picks out my shirts. TJ organizes the streams. All I do is write words and talk. Like, that's it. I'm not that big of a part of it. It's all of you guys, of course.
You do that pretty well, though.
Which thing?
Write words and talk.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
thank you, TJ.
Very good talker.
Fastest growing new channel started in 2021. Okay. All right. You can stop paying us to talk. We'll get you on. Don't worry about that.
I was going to say, there's probably a couple other ones that would have.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we think Dogecoin's okay. We don't mind talking about it right now while it's hot, for sure. So and congratulations on that growth. That's really good.
It is.
He's no Eddie Parrott, which I still don't know who Eddie Parrott is.
I love that guy.
Eddie Parrott. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Guys, the whole point of that section was, I just want to tell you, we're not at the top of the market. This is not what the top of a market looks like at all. So there are a lot of indicators. Things are going pretty well. So, okay, so PayPal adds $1 Bitcoin buys to Venmo. Now, we've talked about this for a while. This was in the cards for PayPal, which if you didn't know, so a lot of, it's just funny. Like, there's only like 13 companies in the world or something like that.
Right. It is funny.
Like, Venmo is like the hip, trendy, like really cool version of PayPal. But it's just like, your dad wearing some trendy shorts instead of a fanny pack. Like, same guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same guy. Still not as cool as me, okay, as a dad. But he's trying to look hip, What's the meme? Hello there, fellow youths. I can't remember what that. You know which one I'm talking about, Emmanuel? Yeah. It's like Steve Buscemi. He shows up. What show was that on? With the skateboard. He's got the skateboard. He's like, hello there, fellow youths.
Yeah, I know
he's like obviously 40 years old.
Yeah.
So the whole point is that's what Venmo is. Like, Venmo's like dressed up to look cool and hip and trendy, but it's PayPal. Same old boring PayPal guys. But anyway, so now they have added $1 Bitcoin buys. PayPal-owned Venmo will now let users buy and send crypto, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, in amounts as little as $1. Now, let's check this out. I thought this is pretty interesting here. Let's go to CoinGecko. If you guys didn't know, this is one of the really cool features of CoinGecko that I really like. which is you can actually come here and you can put in a dollar amount, and I'll show you how many Satoshis it is. So $1 is actually, oh God, it's 9. 1, 2, 3. It's actually 18,078 Satoshis, I believe, what that would be. $1 exactly. So you can buy a very low, because you can always tell people, like, you can divide a Bitcoin into 100 million parts. Each one of those 100 million parts, it's called a Satoshi. And think of a dollar divided into 100 parts, it's 100 cents. A Bitcoin divided into 100 million parts, it's 100 million Satoshis. I think that's actually wrong. I think it's 1,807, actually. I think it's 1,807. But the point is here is that you can divide it that low, but you can't really buy super small amounts on Coinbase. Like on Coinbase, I think you can't buy less than $5 because there's like a $3 or $4 fee less than that. So this is cool. They're allowing very small buys, which is interesting. Venmo users can buy and sell Bitcoin. The feature is part of PayPal's growing crypto ambition. Of course, we do know that they launched this. They just talked about their checkout with crypto option. Let's see. So on Tuesday, PayPal said it begun rolling out a crypto button for its 77 million Venmo users. I wish my phone is on TikTok over there. I wish I could see it. If you checked,
it hasn't rolled out here yet. I think it's going to be, like it says, it's rolling out starting today. So I'm sure, it's going to take time for everybody to be able to see it. But I'd be interested in the chat. If anybody has this and they already see the crypto button, say crypto in the chat or something.
Yeah, fellow
Venmo.
youths, if you have Venmo, let us know if you can see the button. It says customers will have the ability to buy and sell cryptocurrency using funds from their balance with Venmo or a linked bank account or debit card. All transactions are managed directly in the Venmo app, said the company in a statement announcing the news. The rollout of the crypto feature, which users can access by clicking on the menu in the upper right of the Venmo app, should say corner, I think, will also include a set of educational materials that the company says will demystify various aspects of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We at Decrypt can't let this pass without saying that that's their slogan. That's interesting. Venmo announced, we like Decrypt, pretty good. It's probably my favorite crypto news organization, I will say. Venmo announcement is significant not only because of the platform's size and rapid growth. New features have a broader impact. Alice bought $50 of Bitcoin. This is interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. So if you don't know Venmo, like they're cool, hip, trendy, right? Like you got an app or you got a stream. That's not the right word. A feed. You have a feed where you see other purchases that people are doing. Look at these people chilling this guy. This is so funny. And so basically it's like a Facebook feed, right? Where you can see what other people are doing. So this is pretty cool. The new crypto feature is also likely to have a broader impact because Venmo encourages users to share their activity. Not only do they encourage it, they require it. They require it. You have to put something when you make a transaction.
But it doesn't have to be public.
Okay. Yeah, fair. I haven't done it. I'm on PayPal because I'm old.
Right.
I have used Venmo, of course, several times, and I'm just always like, why do I have to say what this is for?
It is.
Why does I have to say
you have to put something there, but it doesn't necessarily have
to
to
be
show.
public.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, it'll have a broader impact because Venmo encourages users to share their activity in a social stream visible to others. In practice, this means Venmo users will soon see messages like Alice bought $50 worth of Bitcoin, which in turn could serve as free publicity for crypto.
I think that is probably the most substantial part about this whole news.
Yeah,
it is like having a buy crypto button in an app that has 50 million plus users is huge exposure for Bitcoin. And then, like they said right there at the end, having that show up in the feed that so-and-so of your friends are buying Bitcoin, I think is really good.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of stuff for old people, Facebook to release USD-backed stablecoin Diem for trials this year with a rebranded Libra.
It's funny. We were actually talking about this the other day.
We were talking about it. I couldn't remember the name of it. It's so funny. Somebody says VET or Link, which will perform better this cycle. I am starting to believe VeChain will perform better than Link. And here's why. And I wasn't sure how much this was going to be, and then we'll get to the story, of course, here. I wasn't sure how much connection there was going to be in the bull market compared to what we saw in the bear market with Chainlink. And TJ and I talk about this a lot. One of the really interesting things with Chainlink is that it seems to move counter to Bitcoin. when Bitcoin is in a bear market, Chainlink was crushing it. And I'm actually going to talk about that in our 5 most undervalued coins video. These are coins in between the top 100 and 300. Not in the top 100, but lower than 300. So in the 100s and 200s. And so I actually talk about this a little bit in this video, which is where these Oracle projects seem to run counter to that. And I think the reason for that is because in a bear market or in a boring accumulation market where speculation and hype are kind of not there, what's the only thing we have left? Use case, utility, actual value of a product or a project. And so because of that, I feel like the Oracle projects are so useful to the future of enterprise in the world of blockchain that it feels like, VeChain has more hype and speculation in a bull market than Chainlink does. These Oracle projects seem to have actual more value in their use, and they kind of run counter to the market. So because of that, I think VeChain has a good chance to outperform it. I've said for a long time, I think VeChain is one of the best projects for this bull run. So I like Chainlink too. Love Chainlink. I thought Chainlink could get to number 3 in this bull run. Looks like that's going to be a bad prediction as the smart contract platforms have taken all of the top spots pretty much. So, all right, back to the story here. Libra turns as Diem. And you know what's interesting is this was such a hype story in the bear market.
Yep.
David Marcus moved over to Facebook to head this organization, and then everybody was talking about it in that 2019 fake bull trap that we had over the summer where the price went back up to 14,000 and then back down again. But now it's rebranded. Nobody cares about this story, right? Like nobody cares about this right now, which is so interesting. We couldn't even remember what the name of the rebrand was.
Well, they just rebranded this. They rebranded it twice.
They
had it pegged to a basket of currencies.
Yeah.
That got shot down. They came back and said they were going to just peg it to the dollar, and then they were going to relaunch, and now they're actually doing it as
right.
Diem.
But the name they've changed the name for like 6 months now.
Oh.
Yeah, the name's been changed. And it's such a non-story that it's not even relevant to know what the name was changed to. So,
well, the problem is now that it's only backed by the dollar, like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. So after facing a strong rejection from the U.S. Congress and regulators globally and seeing most of its big-name partners back out, Facebook has made some alterations to its crypto project Libra. Now it is known as Diem and is tied only to the U.S. dollar rather than to a basket of fiat currencies from several leading countries. And I just gotta wonder right here. Is Facebook like what is Facebook? Is Facebook growing still? Like, doesn't it feel like Facebook is on the way down? Do you know the answer to this, Emmanuel? Is Facebook growing or is it getting smaller? Still growing. Wow, that's interesting. What's that? The marketplace, the ads are hot over there. Replacing Google ads is a hot place. But I just feel like I barely use it. I know a lot of people do, but it just feels like these other platforms I think are, I just don't know like how much has the world changed in the last 2 years since Facebook started this idea. Like, is that part of the reason why they're losing momentum? I don't know. Just asking questions here. But the Diem Association is now negotiating the receiving of a payment license with regulators in Switzerland, which is where it's located. Coin will have to pass AML checks. According to the anonymous insider, this would be a small-scale Diem pilot. Oh, I love this. Sources. The anonymous insider. Cool. This would be it's probably somebody that was at Zuck's barbecue. This would be a small-scale Diem pilot and would focus on payments from individual users. Facebook's censorship needs to stop. Agree with that. Legal barriers. We just know like this has been met with so much. I don't even know. I think Mark Zuckerberg's plan with this initially was to rule the world. Like I actually did a whole video about this where I felt like this was actually a play for Zuckerberg to control the money in the world. And if you think about what the Congress said, this is why they didn't want it. Because they said it was going to make Facebook and tech too powerful, which if you know, they're huge lobbyists in Washington for Washington to make a stand and to grow some balls and actually say, like, this is too much. They had to be very fearful of what they saw. Like, absolutely fearful of what they saw. So I think that's what it was. Like, how much money can you have, Zuck? You know what I mean? And he was really trying to control the world money supply, I believe, through this. He wanted to be the most powerful company in the world. And, it's like... It's kind of like Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. It reminds me of a story. Do you guys want to hear a story? It's one of my favorite fables out there, The story of the sun versus the wind. You know, the guy's got a jacket, and the sun and the wind are arguing over, like, I love talking about it. I've talked about this on the channel before. They're arguing over who can get the man to remove his jacket, right? And so the wind is like, well, obviously, I'm the wind. I'll get him to remove the jacket. You know, so the wind blows and blows as hard as it can. It sends everything like hurricane force winds. But the more the wind blows, the more tightly the man clenches onto the jacket. And he will not, obviously, because he'd be freezing. Meanwhile, the sun over there, you know, the sun's like, all right, I got this. I'm on deck. Sun comes out, and what does it do? It just shines. It's nice. It shines bright. And then what does the man do? Takes off the jacket. He feels comfortable. And it's kind of like Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk, right? Like, Elon Musk is like, hey, people, do what you want. It's cool. Dogecoin, love it. Bitcoin, sure, I'm going to buy some. Most powerful man in the world, richest man in the world, whatever. I can take it or leave it. Meanwhile, Zuck is like, I want to control everything. He's like a freaking control zombie, right? And so that's why we all hate Zuckerberg. And we pretty much all like Elon Musk. It's just one of these things where power and control is not the move. You know, like overall, that's not what we want to see. And that's what he was trying to do with Libra. And, you know, I think that's pretty much dead at this point. So I don't think Libra will play a significant role in the future of cryptocurrency or stable coins or payments. So what are your overall thoughts, TJ?
Yeah, I more or less agree with that. I don't think it'll be anything all that substantial long term. I think it'll be a good metric for people to look at. You know, something that's pegged to the dollar. It might be good access for people to get and hold. But then when they see it up against Bitcoin, they see it slowly lose its value. So I think it'll be good for kind of getting new people involved with digital currencies. But I don't see it long term being anything other than just an internal way for Facebook to process payments.
Yeah,
basically it'll make their marketplace more efficient and stuff like that, but nothing substantial.
Good. I was repping 225 in the gym yesterday, by the way, guys. Getting real swole. TJ was impressed. If y'all didn't know, me and TJ work out together.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's nobody I'd rather crush. Okay. We did see that super chat on Thorchain. We like Thorchain. We like Rune. We think it's good.
Yeah. They are crushing it. We talked about them on the live stream the other day. Yeah,
we did. All right, guys, let's talk about Ethereum. Let's talk about ETFs. Guys, I don't know how big of a deal these are. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, we talk about what is the narrative for a bullish move here for not just Ethereum, but for everything. You know, the Bitcoin ETFs, people love talking about the ETFs, and this is what I said. If we're counting on the ETFs to be our bullish narrative, we're in trouble. You want to know why? That was the entire bullish narrative of the entire bear market. Like, the entire bear market was like, oh, when the ETFs get launched, we'll make all the money. It'll be good. I don't know if all of these will ever happen. Ben Moon, well, thank you for that. I certainly think so. I know everybody does watch this channel. And what was the other super chat that was above that?
I can't remember.
What about the Mike Saylor and Frank Gamble debate? I don't know anything about that. But I saw Michael Saylor spent 3 hours on a Bitcoin Maxi live stream over the weekend. Did you catch that?
Nope.
With Benny. What is his name? Bitcoin Benny? Is that his name? I know him real well. I know his real name. Is that his channel? If anybody want to go check it out, I saw this thumbnail and I was like, what is his name?
It's okay.
No, this is not. It's not Bitcoin Benny. That's not the guy's name. How can I not think? I can't remember his name. Anyways, Michael Saylor was on a 3-hour live stream this weekend, and I listened to some of the stuff that he was saying. It was very interesting. He was getting pushed, a lot of pushback. Nate says, I hope I'm as good looking as TJ when I grow up. Low expectations, bud. Low expectations there. It's okay. You could be like me one day. Anyway, so these ETFs are kind of a story that are like, it's just hopium is what this stuff is. Just think about this. We haven't had an ETF in North America in the United States for Ethereum or Bitcoin. We have not had one approved yet. So we don't actually know what this is going to look like for the market. We don't know if it's going to be bullish or bearish. If you look traditionally at ETFs, they stifle the markets. So I don't even know if this is something that we want. But I would say that I'm more bullish on Ethereum ETFs than Bitcoin ETFs because it just shows you that there's a little more credibility given to Ethereum than other altcoins. That they're not just looking at Bitcoin. I don't know. What is Gary V's 5 out of 5 NFT project? Is that a joke? Is that a question? I don't know. Tell me what it is. Anyway, so this story is about Ethereum ETFs launched in Canada. And it's one of these things, like, it's good clickbait to talk about, ETFs are launched, whatever. These are exchange-traded funds. It's a way for institutions to kind of hedge their bets with cryptocurrency. But I just don't think a Canadian ETF has that much of an effect on the market. And I don't think we can actually look at the Canadian ETFs and say, like, oh, Canada approved one, great. Got to come to America, right? Like, we're waiting on American ones. I think the question is, I wonder, is there a United States Ethereum ETF? Are there current ETF? There are not current Ethereum ETFs lined up for the SEC, or it is the SEC that approves them, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. There's none. So it looks like in the United States that what's happening is that anyone who wants to put together an Ethereum ETF is waiting on Bitcoin one to get approved first. So in Canada, they already have a Bitcoin ETF approved. So now they're looking at Ethereum ETFs. So this is just, a bigger way to bring, a publicity to an exposure to cryptocurrency through more institutional investing funds. But all that being said, we will briefly cover this story. I just want to get my opinion out there on this. I don't think these are that big of a deal. So somebody wants, so you talk about MantraDAO. We like MantraDAO. We own MantraDAO. It's in our portfolio. So ETF applications were filed by Purpose Investment, Evolve ETFs, CI Global Asset Management. Canada earlier this year approved the first Bitcoin ETFs in North America. These will be available on Toronto Stock Exchange, the TSX, which will give investors exposure to the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, Ethereum or Ether. Companies behind them, we've already talked about that. The SEC's repeatedly rejected applications for Bitcoin ETFs. SEC claims the Bitcoin market can still easily be manipulated in its rejection of Bitcoin ETF application for Bitwise in October 2019. Casted doubt that a real Bitcoin market even exists. That's how crazy is that?
Idiots.
Regulators in Canada evidently disagree. Like I said, guys, I don't know if this is that big of a story, really. I think this is really just piggybacking on the United States' continual rejection of a Bitcoin ETF. Lance Sequoy, or Sokol, can't say that's an L or an O, or an L or an I. Grandpa asks, what coin to buy today? BTC, ADA, ETH, Link, or VET? Out of those today, I would say buy Cardano. That would be what I would say. Why would I say that? Well, if we come over here and we look at coinmarketcap.com, if you look at Cardano, it's down 3.65% today. It's down 13.67% for the week. Chainlink, VeChain, meanwhile, is up. Chainlink up for the day. Bitcoin down for the day, or up for the day, down for the week. I would just say when you look at those, Cardano is the juiciest sale for sure. So weekly reminder, Phantom rocks DeFi and NFTs. Well, we like Phantom for sure. All right, so next story here. Ubisoft and Tezos. Or is it Ubisoft? Sounds like a harsh put down of somebody you're ready to fight. Ubisoft.
It's actually Ubisoft.
Ooh, Ubisoft.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that. That's nice. A gaming giant, Ubisoft. Is that right? Ubisoft?
You got it.
Wow, that sounds... I can't keep up with these words. If you notice, I don't know how to say any of the video game companies.
I have.
You know which one I do know how to say? EA Sports. It's in the game. I know that one. That's about the only one I know. Big green dot for Bitcoin. Is that true? Did that just happen on the 8 hour? Let's look here and see. Why is I want 6 hour and 8 hour on here. Okay. We did get this is actually quite bullish, guys. Speaking of this, we'll get back to that story in a second, but that actually came last night, and that's actually very bullish. Well, let me redraw that. Very bullish because we know consistently on the 8 hour charts when we get the two green dots together in close, vicinity to each other. And thank you for that, Josh Lishkett, real estate specialist. This is very bullish. So definitely looking, at the 8-hour chart, making me want to go in. I'm wanting to go in. I'm wanting to degen. in. Okay, so anyways, back to this. This basically is about how I lost my highlighted spots here. Ubisoft representatives said the company continues to study the blockchain through the Strategic Innovation Lab. As a validator on the Tezos network, the company plans to experiment with the liquid proof of stake, or LPOS, considers mechanism and explore the potential of technology for the future of gaming. Previously, the SATCR, I think that's supposed to say staker in the Tezos network, was a division of the French energy company, Ideagro. Is that how you say that in French?
Yep.
In March 2021, European insurance firm Wacom joined the platform. And this is what we know about Tezos. We do know that a lot of people are very bullish on Tezos. Miguel, I'm bullish on Miguel Alvarez. Very bullish on this guy. Ardent Bitcoin member. Where's Miguel from? I want to know that. Where do you live, Miguel? We want to get you at a meetup, meet you one day, because this guy's all about everybody smashing the like button. How many people are watching right
now? 15,000.
15,000 people are watching, and how many people have hit the like button?
4,300.
Well, we did cross over the $4,200 range, which was good. Let's get this up at least to 7,500 before the end of this stream. There's no reason not to. And if you just hit it now, then we don't have to come back to this later. So I'm just kidding. I'll raise the expectations. Don't worry.
One interesting thing about Ubisoft, they were actually out at the it was a TwitchCon or EA Sport, or it was a EA Games convention, or E3. That's what I'm talking about. They were out there. I was actually out there with Andy a year or two ago, probably 2 years ago.
I remember.
And a lot of the Ubisoft people were there, and we were sitting down chatting. It was me, Insanity, and a couple people from Ubisoft, and they were very interested in Engine and Tezos and some of these different blockchains and how to use it for games. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft is one of the first AAA game creation companies that really starts to go hard into crypto and blockchain.
Yeah, and were they telling you about how much I love my channel?
They were not.
They were not?
No, not at that
time. In 2019, they were not?
They weren't.
Watchers of the channel?
I don't know if they knew who BitBoy was back then.
Probably do now. Okay, thank you, BitSquad. Okay, so total MetaMask swaps hit $1 billion. I did want to talk about this briefly here. Because if you guys don't know, we are actually a partner with MetaMask. We love MetaMask. We use it. You guys will always see at the top of the stream up here, our little MetaMask logo right there. If you guys know, you can actually do swaps inside the app. We've talked about this before. Now, I want to be clear about something. Yesterday on our PancakeSwap video, which I'm very bullish on PancakeSwap, I did mention how I feel like it's easier if you're going to use the Ethereum network and the Binance Smart Chain. Like it's easier not to have to switch between the networks to use the BSC wallet. But for anything on Ethereum, we're using MetaMask. We probably have 50 MetaMask addresses. We use it pretty much exclusively. So we love MetaMask. You can do the swaps inside the app. This is what they're talking about. Their swaps hit $1 billion. It shows a lot of people are using this feature. You just hit swap right there. What token do we want to buy today? Oh, let's buy some. Ooh, why don't we just buy some Rune? We don't own any Rune.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Let's switch over here. And I mean, the gas fee will be a high. It is what it is. So we'll just go ahead and swap some of this for some Rune. We'll put some Rune in this portfolio. Maybe this is what we can do. Like, we can just do some swaps.
And it's actually crawling it did it really fast. But when you see it, it's actually crawling all the different decentralized exchanges and aggregating the prices. So
it's an aggregator. And we love aggregators, as you guys know. Somebody says Harmony ? We could have done Harmony. We actually bought a bunch of Harmony on Binance US. We now have 6 figures of Harmony. I like 6 figures of stuff. I really like 7 figures of stuff, but we only got a few of those.
Another fun feature is they just added this to mobile. So if you have it on mobile, like they had a great mobile working wallet for a while, and you could send and receive, but the swap feature came to desktop first. Now the swap is built right into mobile, so you can do all this stuff on your phone as well. So
do you prefer mobile or desktop for MetaMask?
They're both good now. I'm in the habit of desktop, so I
love desktop.
I use desktop more just because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, I certainly use the MetaMask mobile app. Obviously, I use it at home when I'm not on my computer. But both of them are really good. We're big fans of MetaMask, and if you like, imagine being in crypto and not using MetaMask. Like, I can't imagine that. So
Yeah, you should have bumped up that gas fee.
I should have bumped it up. I should have.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, that's not MetaMask's fault that Ethereum is slow, but it is what it is. All right, Cardano, IOHK, which is, do you know what IOHK stands for, TJ?
Input, output, Hong Kong.
Woo! Wow, that's good. I'm impressed with you, dude. I'm impressed.
Hey.
So this is the company behind Cardano, of course. They go on a hiring spree amid huge developer interest. And then let's see, what is the next title here? This is about the smart contracts. Okay, we'll get over there in a second. The IOHK, the biggest developer house behind the Cardano blockchain, also behind Ethereum Classic these days, is building a new dedicated team to manage its rapidly growing community of developers, according to the firm's marketing and communications director, Tim Harrison. We call him Timmy here. Data engineer, quantitative analyst, solutions architect, and strategy consultant are amongst some of the positions that are open at the moment. What is this? We Bear Bears? What is this ad here? How weird.
HBO kids show, I guess.
I guess. Cardano is on the verge of, I don't know if it's a kid's show. I'm not sure. Cardano is on the verge of fully unleashing the Goguen era with the Alonzo hard fork that will bring smart contracts to the 6th largest blockchain. This is top blockchains by average daily development on GitHub. You guys can see Cardano, Kusama, and Polkadot, which are kind of the same thing, which is interesting. Then you got Ethereum, and then is that Wise Token? I think that's Wise Token, maybe.
GNO.
Oh, no, that's Gnosis. I was about to say Wise Token. That didn't sound right. Not to be up here. That is Gnosis. I didn't even see those at the bottom. I was just going by logos. Solana, Cosmos, IOTA. IOTA apparently had some big news recently. SNT, which is, what is SNT?
What is SNT?
It was one of Tika Tawari's top 6 picks for last year. I can't remember. Status Network. That's right, Status Network. Then Flow, which is Dapper Labs. Cello, which we've talked about on the channel. Arc, Chainlink. I'm just looking at the list. Pretty interesting to look at this stuff.
It is.
Bitcoin way over here. So,
but
Bitcoin, am I right?
There is an interesting sentence down there at the end that kind of talks about this as somewhat of a vanity metric in the sense that like it is all the number of commits on GitHub. It doesn't necessarily mean all of those things are actually implemented.
Yeah, but it does speak of activity on the network.
It does.
You look at dead projects; they don't have any GitHub.
Right.
Cardano is seeing exponential spike in developer interest ahead of smart contract launch. And this is kind of about the Goguen stuff, the Alonzo stuff as well. And this is what I'll say. I had a very interesting talk yesterday with I don't know how much of this I can say, so I'm just going to be very vague here, with a Cardano launchpad. And they were saying that the interest level that they get is insane, right? They're saying they turn down almost everything that comes to them, and they still have a gigantic amount of projects they're looking at doing. As you guys know, I talk about this all the time. We here at BitBoy Crypto, we turn down, and I don't know if it may be much higher than this, we turn down at least 95% of anyone that wants to work with us. Do you think it's actually probably higher than that?
It could be. I don't really know.
It's probably like 98%. And these are just the people that actually get conversations with us. We're very picky about who we work with. Okay? You guys don't understand the demand on this channel is insane. I got that same sense from this Cardano Launchpad we talked to yesterday. They are getting so much interest, which lines up with these stories about the developer interest for projects that want to launch on Cardano. I mean, just imagine, like, it's taken years for Cardano to get to this point where it's ready to do these launches. And we are going to see this Cardano ecosystem filled in almost no time. We are going to see project after project wanting to launch on Cardano. We're going to see the Cardano NFT space, the Cardano DeFi space. I told you guys for a year that Cardano is going to be a massive player in decentralized finance. We talked about a lot of the partnerships that they were making over the summer and a lot of like consortiums. Is it consortium or consortium? Consortium. Mm-hmm. Well, about a lot of these consortiums that they were getting in, which are major and have major players in them, and about how a lot of these were actually slanted towards DeFi. So a lot of people from Cardano have been ahead of the curve, getting ready for where they're at right now. This will be when the smart contracts are fully launched on Cardano, and basically you got to understand what that means, right? When the smart contracts are launched, that means that the building of the ecosystem, not partnerships, but the building of the literal Cardano ecosystem of projects that are involved in the chain is going to explode. And I have not seen anything close to the hype of Cardano, okay? Polkadot, I want to ask the audience this question. Did you know when Polkadot was launching? Like, did you know when people were like, oh, cool, we can build on Polkadot? No. If you did, it's because you're way ahead of the curve. With Ethereum, it was the same thing. Nobody, when Ethereum launched, was like, oh, cool, I can't wait to build on this thing. Nobody. It basically launched, and then people just started building on it because it was the only thing they had. We've never seen anything like Cardano, in my opinion, to where this has been hyped for years, and it's finally ready. And so people have been anticipating to get on this Cardano chain. A lot of them have been planning this stuff for years. And so I think we're going to see an explosion of this ecosystem like nothing we've seen before. And I've always said, I think Charles is crazy like a fox. Okay? I don't think it's a coincidence. And you can point to pullbacks and you can point to delays. I will never believe that Charles Hoskinson did not plan for this thing to launch in the middle of this bull run. I would never believe that he didn't do it. He's smarter than that. And so, when you look at the slow roadmap, it was designed to peak in this bull run. That's what I think. I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the delays. And here we are. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with it. I think it's going to be absolutely explosive. The ecosystem is going to be big. That's why we're working with 2 different Cardano launch pads. We are super excited to see where this is going to go. All right, guys. So last but not least, here, I want to talk about our NFT stream tonight. Are we going to be doing some giveaways tonight on this, you think?
Yes.
Yes, we are going to be giving stuff away tonight. So I'm super excited to be working with Tops. We love Tops. We've talked to Tops a few times, and we're super excited about what they're doing with this Tops opening day package. Now, you guys, of course, this is our own NFT inventory. You see, we got some packs still available that we haven't opened yet in our inventory. Oh, this is our wallet.
This is what we're going to be opening tonight.
This is what we're going to open tonight.
And they're going to send us some extra. So Tops launches today, I believe at probably about 30, 45 minutes after this. They have a special drop. So they're going to send us some of those packs as soon as they drop to open live on stream. They're launching this. This is the first MLB-related NFTs that are launching in a significant way. So
I'm excited.
We think they're going to do really, really well, kind of like NBA Top Shot. So it'll be a fun stream. We're going to be giving away, like he mentioned, a few different packs. So like if you were trying to get some of the Bitverse collectibles and you weren't able to do it, then we're going to open some of those. We're going to be giving some of those away. So it's just going to be a fun, kind of a less formal hangout kind of stream. We're going to be just doing some fun stuff
6 to 7
with
tonight,
NFTs.
Eastern Standard Time.
Well, it may be a little bit less than an hour, but
maybe a little less than an hour, but it will, it'll be whatever. Sometime between 6 and 7, depends on how long it takes us to drop this stuff. We're excited about it, and guys, can I be honest with y'all? Like, can I be honest?
Please.
I love BitSquad. You guys are the best community out there. What's that?
One more time.
The BitSquad is the best community out there. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. We got a lot of cameras in here, okay? I have shaped this channel for you, okay? This is why there's things we want to talk about. Like, we want to get, deep in the mighty news show of, the techocracy and Great Reset and, kind of some scary stuff that we realize is very important. Big Brother stuff, right? We like that. But we know our audience isn't as interested in that stuff. I've shaped this channel for you. We try to give the channel, the audience, the content that you want. But sometimes I get to do stuff that's cool for me. And I love this. We are the sports channel in crypto. You will not find any other crypto channel out there that can hold a candle to us in sports. We're regular guys. We're dudes, right? It's like the guy said at our meetup, he came in and he asked a question. He said, I love watching this channel because you look like me. You're a regular guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a nerd. I'm not, I'm.
You're a nerd in denial.
I'm a nerd in denial.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd in Egypt.
Yeah.
I like to make dad jokes. To me, this stuff going on with sports on this channel right now and working with Tops to do these NFTs, this is so fun for me. I actually had a conversation last week about getting, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm just going to say my number one childhood hero on the channel, from sports. And it, to me, is like so exciting what's going on. We've got current sports athletes. It sounds like I tweet on Twitter. We got current popular athletes that are wanting to come on the channel, and we've got legends and things like that that are wanting to come on the channel. I love this stuff. Like, I love the fact that I get to take part in something I did as a kid, which was baseball cards on the channel. And I get to share it with you guys. So, like, this tonight is going to be one of the most fun things that I think we've done. Like, I love the fact that we are getting these and we get to open them, because I remember what it was like as a kid to go. We would go to the flea market. That's where you get the best deals on the complete sets on the baseball cards, probably because they were stolen from Walmart. And no evidence of that. Okay, I'm just saying. Somebody also says we need more BitBoy outfits and costumes. What does that mean? Like, you want me to wear more outfits?
Yeah, they like the Cupid and the Texas hat, and
We're wearing the trees shirt today for 420.
The weed shirt.
I didn't say that.
Well,
I said it's got trees on it. Okay. Look, we love all of you. That's what we'll say. We love all of you. I do this for you. I don't do this for me. I do it for you. But anyways, guys, I'm super excited about this tonight. We're going to be giving stuff away. It's going to be fun. Come hang out. Maybe we can kind of do some AMA stuff. Like, maybe we can just take questions on the air while we're talking about this, because how much can we really talk in open packs?
Yeah.
So it'd just be kind of a cool hangout tonight. Now, eventually, just so you guys know, the ultimate plan on this channel is to move to 2 live streams a day.
I'm hard committing to doing that when we get back from Miami, so hopefully next week.
God, I love it when TJ hard commits to stuff. Yeah. Do you guys know how long it took me to get TJ to hard commit to me?
How long?
Well, I started begging you to come out here and work with me in May. You came in September, and then where were we going? We went to the airport, I think. Weren't we going to an air? No. We went to go pick up my Hellcat, I think, or my truck. We went to go pick up my truck. So I bought that truck, I think, in October. I think it was October before you said you would hard commit to me and not leave. So, I mean, that took 5 months.
Yeah.
Me and my wife were married in 5 months. We were engaged in 2. So I'm just saying,
Yeah. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to get me to commit. I might have some commitment issues right now.
He may have some commitment issues. But we're committed to Ada.
That's right.
The dog and the coin.
That's right.
Sorry, guys. By the way, we will not be live streaming the rest of the week. I don't know, TJ. We may do a live stream while we're in Miami. I don't know for sure.
We'll figure it out.
But we'll definitely do 3 videos a day, just like normal, while we're gone. I'll be doing a phone record video every day at least. We'll be showing you guys some stuff from the conference in Miami. If you're in Miami, we can't wait to meet you guys. We'll be hanging out in the city. We'll be over at the beach. We'll just be chilling. I might wear my Cupid outfit at the beach, maybe, if the ladies want to see it. And that's it. So I won't get to talk to you guys on a normal live stream on our morning show until next week. Of course, we'll be back live streaming tonight. So come chat, come hang out, win some packs. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.